It was very fast.
Very fast. In the blink of an eye.
In the blink of an eye. Really. It just felt like, whoa, it's gone.
Well,
I think because we have our everyday show, we're here doing Power English, it's just we have a lot on our plates.
yes.
It's a very busy schedule.
It is indeed. It is weird. I have lost all sense of time.
Have you?
I don't know what day of the week it is, what hour of the day it is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like my mom.
Is it, like new mothers, I've heard, often with their new child, they only get like maybe 3 or 4 hours of sleep.
Oh yeah, right.
Because the baby is on like a
2 hour. Every 2 hour, 2.5 hours.
They sleep, they wake up, they eat, they sleep.
That's right.
And the mother's like, where are we? I don't know where I am.
It is so true. It is so true.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we've got our last business dialogue today, the family business, and we've got good news. It's running like a well-oiled machine. So, if something runs like a well-oiled machine, like kirum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of kirum in this machine. What does this mean?
This means things are going smoothly. If you have a machine and it's rusty,
Yeah. Right.
it doesn't move well. But you take your oil and you spray it or pour it on there, all the joints, all the motors start to run without a problem.
Yeah.
So in the same way, a family, a business, a project can run like a well-oiled machine.
There you go. Okay, so basically it's saying it's doing really well.
Yes.
Okay. If you bring someone out in droves, D-R-O-V-E-S, what is that?
Yeah, so drove is not a word we use often in English. It often means a large group of people. So if you bring someone out in droves, it means you bring in a lot of people with advertising. There's some fun event that people want to come to.
Yeah, so just think of like huge crowds.
Yes.
All come in at the same time. Okay, how about if you keep an eye on something or someone?
You're watching someone, you're monitoring them, looking at their actions, and make sure they don't do something bad.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and listen to our dialogue.
Welcome back from your trip. I hope you weren't worried about the restaurant the whole time.
Well, after walking in and seeing this place running like a well-oiled machine, I feel better.
The good weather and the new patio brought customers out in droves.
Would you be interested in hiring me as a hostess a few nights a week?
Are you trying to find a way to keep an eye on me?
No, I just want to work at the exciting new restaurant in the neighborhood.
Okay, you can find our power dialogue on page 158. Okay, let's start the dialogue. The family business is running like a well-oiled machine. Milo says, welcome back from your trip. I hope you weren't worried about the restaurant the whole time. So Kiara basically, went on a trip. And took a vacation. And the son says, I hope you had a good time and you weren't worrying about us. And Kiara says, well, after walking in and seeing this place running like a well-oiled machine, I feel better. Okay, well-oiled is spelled W-E-L-L hyphen O-I-L-E-D. Right? So a machine, these days I'm not sure, but my mother had an industrial sewing machine, electric, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't like just a tabletop kind of machine. It was like a full standing sewing machine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's like industrial machine. And it was interesting because always she put oil in the sewing machine.
Yeah.
So it totally reminds me of my mom's sewing machine.
Right.
Yeah.
You want those sewing machines to run smoothly.
Yes.
Otherwise, the stitches in the clothing
It won't.
are uneven or it just stops completely.
Right.
So you need it to run like a well-oiled machine so there's no kind of skipping or stopping.
Right. So if anything a company, a store is running like a well-oiled machine, it means that it's doing really well.
Yes, it is functioning without problems. So a business, of course, can be doing well financially, making a lot of money. Not necessarily what we're talking about here. We're saying if you're running a restaurant, the waiters are coming in, they're getting the orders, they're putting them in the computer, they're going to the kitchen, they're making the food, it's coming out.
The chefs are all stationed where they should be.
Yeah, all of the processes are running without a problem.
Right. So we would apply this expression for restaurants, for a company. I would say maybe a smaller company too.
Yeah.
Like I'm assuming a big company is already a well-oiled machine.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel it's the opposite.
Really?
I think that a lot of big companies are very inefficient. Yeah.
So this is really talking about efficiency.
Yes.
That's a good point. All right, very good. So then Milo says,
the good weather and the new patio brought customers out in droves.
so they can dine al fresco.
Yes.
So good weather, new patio, and it brought customers out in droves. So if the customers come out in droves, how many customers are coming?
Too many people.
Ooh, yeah.
Too many customers are coming.
Lots.
So this droves, D-R-O-V-E-S, means a lot of people. And it's a crowd that is coming towards you often. So if you think about certain holidays or festivals, for example, the Cherry Blossom Festival in Yeouido.
Oh, yes.
Brings people out in droves.
Completely.
Yeah, it's almost like the ground shakes because there's so many people walking to that event.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't like cherry blossoms? So, of course, it could be a concert. Remember a few months ago we had the Coldplay concert?
Yeah.
Boy, people came out in droves.
That's so true.
Yeah. So it's that feeling of a large crowd kind of all coming together at the same time.
Yes.
Okay. Kiara says, would you be interested in hiring me as a hostess a few nights a week? Okay. Would you be interested in is our power pattern today. Would you be interested in a cup of coffee?
Yeah, you can use it that way. This is, in the case of Kiara here, a very light, casual way of saying, hey, can you do something for me?
Yeah.
Right? Would you be interested in hiring me? Yeah. You don't say, will you hire me? That might be a little too direct. You just kind of want to very gently maybe suggest, hey, can you give me a job, please?
Right. And this is interesting because the way... Think about this. The mom is asking the son, would you be interested in hiring me? Right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, would you use this kind of formal sort of pattern? Like,
yeah, it can be seen as formal or polite. Here, though, I feel you feel like it's awkward.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a little embarrassed to ask this.
Sure.
So you want to say, oh, hey, would you be interested in, hiring me?
Yeah. So the mom is saying, oh, I would like to work as a hostess.
Yes.
And hostess is our power vocab.
This can be a little confusing because we have the words like host and hostess, right?
Yeah.
We are not talking about a nighttime sort of establishment.
Right.
Here we're talking about the person that greets you when you first walk into a restaurant.
Right.
It's more common in the U.S. to have someone at like a front desk.
Yeah.
And they are responsible for any reservations that are in the restaurant, as well as the seating.
Yeah, they take you to your seats.
Yeah, they take you to your seats. They know which area of the restaurant you should go to. They maybe will tell you the specials for the day. A little different than a host or a hostess.
Yeah, the way that Korean people think. Yeah, okay. So Milo says, are you trying to find a way to keep an eye on me? So the son is like, why do you want to do that? Do you want to keep an eye on me?
Yes.
So what is he really asking?
Are you trying to make sure I don't do something wrong?
Right.
To keep an eye on someone is to watch them.
Yeah.
Watch their actions.
Right.
Make sure they're doing everything right.
That's right.
So if the mom, who is no longer directly involved in the restaurant, is saying, hey, can I work a few days a week?
Yeah.
He's saying, Mom, you just spying on me?
Yeah, spy 감시하다. Yeah, right? Are you trying to spy on me? And Kiara says,
no, I just want to work at the exciting new restaurant in the neighborhood.
So Kiara is, the way she's speaking is like, she's speaking as if she's not the mom, but just a third person.
Yes.
Like, oh, this is really nice. Okay, let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
Welcome back from your trip. I hope you weren't worried about the restaurant the whole time.
Well, after walking in and seeing this place running like a well-oiled machine, I feel better.
The good weather and the new patio brought customers out in droves.
Would you be interested in hiring me as a hostess a few nights a week?
Are you trying to find a way to keep an eye on me?
No, I just want to work at the exciting new restaurant in the neighborhood.
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 160 and 161. If something runs like a well-oiled machine, or it is a well-oiled machine, it means that it's working smoothly and very efficiently. The concert setup ran like a well-oiled machine with no delays.
That's probably because you were in charge.
I would think like a factory. You know, you have all these moving parts. And if it runs like a well-oiled machine, it's really like boom, boom, boom. Like so smooth, so efficient.
Yeah, no problems, no delays.
That's right. Their team operates like a well-oiled machine, finishing projects ahead of schedule. So Cameron, a team can operate this way.
Yes. They just are so efficient in their work.
Yeah.
It's like they're the military. The army is often seen as a well-oiled machine. They have a process for everything.
Right.
And they train to do their job well, right?
That's right. And there are many parts.
Yes.
Right?
Another instance that I can think of that is not a program is a body. You can call a body a well-oiled machine.
Ooh.
And it's usually for, like, athletes. Like an Olympic
Professional
athlete.
athletes, yeah.
A professional Olympic athlete, they only eat food that their body absolutely needs.
Yeah, to maximize.
Yeah, and then at the match, at the race, like Usain Bolt.
Yes.
His body, I don't know about now, but back in his prime, was a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Everything was working.
Yeah, the arms, the legs, you know.
For those 100 meters.
That's right.
Boom, machine.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can use it to describe our bodies. Of course, sadly, I cannot say that about my body.
No.
No. I don't know if we are well-oiled.
My body needs some maintenance.
I think, for me, some replacements.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right. Bring someone out in droves means to bring or attract a large crowd of people. The music festival brought fans out in droves.
I know. It was so much fun being around so many music lovers.
Yeah. We have a lot of festivals. We also have a lot of concerts, like music festivals in Korea, too. Cameron, every year, for the last couple of years, I have been doing the announcement for the annual Jazz Festival.
Oh, yeah.
In Korea. So, welcome to Jazz Festival. Yeah, that's me.
That's you.
Yeah. And every year for like 6 years.
Why, I do have to say that Jazz Festival brings people out in
droves. Totally.
Yeah.
I've never been, but
I went one time.
You did.
There were 5 billion people. I had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would go again.
Right.
Yeah.
The king's arrival brought people out in droves. Now, I think that because, especially like in England, I tell you, the king, the queen, the prince, the love for the monarchy is really hard to understand, but it is there.
Yeah, like when they have a royal wedding.
Yes.
And just there's so many people.
They come out in droves just to see, like, a passing car.
Yes.
Just to see a passing face.
Meow.
Meow. Yeah.
It's true.
It is.
I would say that coming out in droves is almost always used only with people.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Maybe sometimes with animals, but almost always just people.
Yeah, just people. So everyone think of concerts, think of festivals, think of, the King of England.
Yeah, like a New Year's event.
Times Square.
Times Square.
Come out in droves.
Yeah.
Gwanghwamun, too. Okay, there you go. Keep an eye on someone or something means to watch carefully or even monitor, kind of like a spy.
Yes.
Okay. Can you keep an eye on my bag while I grab coffee?
No problem.
Okay. Yes. But sometimes you have to be careful at the airport.
Yeah.
How do you trust strangers? Can you keep an eye out while I go to the bathroom?
And then they go through your bag. They steal your passport.
Yeah. The babysitter kept an eye on the kids while they played outside.
I have a question.
Question.
Do you feel a difference between keep an eye on and watch?
Yes, I do.
What's the difference?
Well, personally for me, keep an eye on is just very specific. And it's like you have to really watch carefully. Whereas just watch can be, just watching something and without any real intention.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I would say it's very similar. Obviously, you can watch the TV.
Yes.
It's hard to keep an eye on the TV.
That's a good example.
Unless you're expecting the TV to explode. And you're just like, I'm going to make sure this TV doesn't explode.
That's right.
Got to keep an eye on it.
Yeah. So if you keep an eye out on something, it is very specific. There is a reason why you are watching that.
Yeah.
Okay? Oh, that's a good point. Okay. Would you be interested in is a nice way of saying, a polite way of saying, would you like? Would you be interested in buying my car?
No, I already have 5.
5 cars?
Would you be interested in going to the museum with me? Maybe this is a kind of a very easy way of asking, do you want to go on a date?
Yes, right. Because, would you be interested is formal. So remember that. If you ask this question, it could be like you want to, ask formally. Nicely.
Yeah, formally, carefully.
Carefully.
You don't want to seem to go to the museum with me.
Hey, do you want to go to the museum with me? Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Power vocab. Please check out the definition of hostess or host on page 162 in this context. And please stop by.
Audio 학당.
Okay. And you know what to do. Just subscribe for a very small monthly fee. All right. That's it for today. Have a great day and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.